All right, so then elicitation of the requirements. So what we do once we, in the inception, we find or identify our stakeholders. Once we have done that, the next step is really to elaborate or explain the more requirements or collect the requirements. So meetings are conducted and attended by both software engineers and the customers. So we really, once we identify the different stakeholders or the customers, the actual users, the managers, and everyone, and then we meet, prepare the questionnaire, give it to them so that they give the reply and have one-to-one meeting. So few rules for the preparation and participation are established, that you hold the meeting, schedule them, that whenever everyone is available. So you create an agenda of the meeting. So agenda is suggested, circulated well before the meeting. So facilitator can be a customer, developer, or an outsider. So that controls the meeting. So when you have a meeting, then you need to have one facilitator that controls overall meeting, just to make sure that everything goes right. So the definition mechanism can be, for example, the worksheet, flip charts, wall stickers, or electronic built-in boards or chat rooms or virtual forums, or depending on the situation. If you have physical access, then you can have the physical meetings even one-to-one or in a group. So overall, the goal of this requirement is to identify the problem, what is needed, propose elements of the solution, and negotiate different approaches. For example, if you think that this is how we can solve your problem, then you communicate that back to them in those meetings, in that discussion. And at the end of these meetings, it's not necessary that you just have one single meeting. It could be series of different meetings or discussions, and you specify a preliminary set of solutions for the requirements, and then we negotiate those requirements back to customers too. Right. So, for example, this is a typical diagram where we say that elicit the requirements. So you start, the finish, but what you conduct the fast meeting, make list of functions, classes that you do once you collect the requirement, understand the user stories. So you create here what we are doing, we are designing the system, make list of constraints. Say here you have, for example, workflows, you can do it, and then you have information priority requirement, for example. So formal priority, so you make a priority, whether it's a higher priority or lower priority, and then you create the use cases. Once the use cases are, for example, in the use cases, you say, draw the use case diagram, so that it is easy to, everyone can understand. To define the actors, who are the actors in the system, in the software, and write a scenario, for example, where what is a scenario for a specific functionality or non-functionality. So what are the people who are involved in that, and what tasks are actual tasks, and who does that task, and finally we complete
The Victorian Institute of Technology has other great videos covering many different topics. Please check them out, and thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe the video for more great content like this.